What's up, soul traveler? Welcome to Mystical Adventures. My name is Anne Vivian. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a mystical, magical show planned for us today, and I'm going to share a message from a plant spirit that's going to teach us how to have a psychic party. That's right. Some of us need a little bit of a psychic party right now. So we're going to be bestowed with a message of joy from that plant spirit helper. I am going to pull a few tarot cards, and I'm going to take a call. And before I get to all that, I just want to remind you, I do have a beautiful, spiritual, uplifting guest who has had many near-death experiences. Her name is Tina Angeli. She had a family emergency, and she was not able to make it on the show as planned last show. So she's going to reschedule, and we're going to have her on again. She's going to talk about some experiences she's had with spirits and spirit guides in her near-death experiences. Can't wait to have her on. We wish her well and send her love. I'm also going to be having my friend and colleague Sivia Gover on again. She is an amazing dream specialist and published author. This is a book on joy, which is so apropos for what we're talking about today, but also has published books on dreams and other subjects as well. So she's going to come on and we're going to explore dream magic, spiritual dreaming, and I can't wait for that to happen. I'm not sure what the date will be, but that's coming up. So stay tuned. Yes, let us get to some cards for the week. And just to refresh your memory, I do have tarot messages by sign on my little YouTube channel. That YouTube channel is called Creative Psyche Studio. I have a link to it on my website, which is creativepsychestudio.com. And Psyche is spelled Psyche. I'm going to pull some cards for the week ahead, the week of January 25th, 2022. Keeping in mind, whenever you're watching this video, a lot of people watch my videos or listen to the podcast or listen to an archived episode after the show. Whenever you're watching this episode is the right time for you to get this message. So don't worry about it if it's not the week of January 25th, 2022 when you're listening to this. So here's some cards for the week ahead, just general collective energy. Spirit, what would you like for us to know? Okay, we have Knight of Wands, the Moon, Two of Wands, and a King of Pentacles. So I feel like for the energy of this week, there's a lot of movement. I feel that retrograde energy in these cards. The moon is speaking to me of some retrograde energy of Venus and Mercury retrograde. There might be a little bit of confusion or reflection. You know, the best of the moon, the best of this kind of energy that we're experiencing this week is an opportunity to reflect, to see things differently, to see a new perspective. I feel like, and here's the Two of Wands, the energy favors this week taking action, but also analyzing, assessing, reflecting. You might want to do some journaling. You might want to do some prayer work or meditation to understand larger patterns in your life. I feel like this week there is a practical energy, and I feel like there's also people are wanting to ground themselves, and we've got the King of Pentacles here. Even amongst perhaps some chaotic energy and confusion or backwards energy, you can still ground yourself. And one of the ways to do that is just let go and let God, harmonize with the flow, to go on the adventure of this is the energy of this week collectively. There's maybe changes, there's maybe some different ideas and even unseen mysteries and confusion, all of these things swirling around, but you can still ground yourself and you can let go, set your intention to harmonize yourself with the energy around you, connect with the earth. I think this is going to be a week where people are looking to find how to get down to business and how to get to the bottom line as all this chaotic energy is swirling about. So sometimes the best way, if you can't beat them, join them. Maybe be one with the chaos in a way and just sort of embrace what can I learn from perhaps some of this unclear energy, and how can I just know that I'm supported and guided by spirit, even when perhaps some things are unresolved or feeling frustrating, or the answer is not apparent. Knowing that if I go through the chaos, if I go through that process of the chaotic period, that will be the journey to arrive at clarity. I've got Metatron's Cube. I'm pulling some Sacred Geometry cards by Francine Hart. Himalayan Passage, Metatron's Cube, and Morning Meeting. So the feeling I'm getting from these cards is for this week, it's reminding me how I was feeling the dolphin energy. I felt a dolphin spirit. My ear was ringing right before the show, and I felt dolphin animal spirit visiting me. And it's such an Aquarian animal spirit to me. But I feel like that dolphin energy is making its way into this week, and it's an energy of intuition, playfulness, and the ability to communicate in unusual ways. They use sonar, the ability to perceive in expanded ways. So we've got the beautiful mountain here. There's definitely a spiritual energy. I feel like this week there is an ability to connect with higher consciousness. We've got Metatron's Cube. There's an ability to connect with this expanded awareness and use that expanded awareness to see things differently and reframe something, maybe do some inner work, see something from our past or an inner pattern, some skeletons from our closet that we can heal and reprogram and understand from a new perspective. Open yourself to seeing things from a new perspective this week and healing things from the past. And I feel like there's, a relationship theme here too. We've got Morning Meeting, and this is about, to me, I'm feeling like there's a ability to understand relationships in a new way and heal some relationships dynamics with yourself, with someone else. It could be family, friend, romantic. That's what I'm feeling for the energy of this week, my friends. And let's move on to the spirit helper message of the week, for the week. Every week I open myself to a spirit helper. Like I said, I did feel dolphin this week, but I felt another plant spirit as the main message come through. Every week I open myself to a spirit helper, plant, animal, spirit, angel, ascended master, star being, and of expanded consciousness, of heart-centered expanded consciousness, and share that message with you for the week ahead. And it is channeled with the intention of helping us navigate the energies and the potentials of the week ahead. So who should show up this week but Holly, plant spirit? I wore this red shawl in honor of Holly, and I've got some green jade on. So the colors of the beautiful Holly, beautiful evergreen plants. We think of Christmas, a lot of us, we think of the holiday celebrations when we think of holly. And in Christianity, it is a symbol of Christ's thorns. And for some people, it's a symbol of Christmas. It's an ancient, it's beliefs about the holly go back to ancient Celtic times and Druids. And when I tune into the holly, I get this feeling it's very airy. There's this feeling of abounding, even in difficult circumstances, lust for life. I get a very loving, buoyant, uplifting feeling. And there is a traditional Druidic belief about holly's fertility powers, magical powers, protection, and eternal life. Because it's an evergreen, many ancient practices believe that these evergreens are symbols and holds the energy of endurance and eternal life because they stay green through the winter. So the holly plant spirit does have that energy of prospering regardless of challenges. And I can definitely feel that when I tune in. And you try and tune into the holly plant spirit. Try that with any plant. Hold the plant, or even just in your meditation, bring the plant's energy into your mind and focus on it and see what kind of energy that you pick up on. And that's really communing with the plant, working with that plant spirit and that plant consciousness. So without further ado, here's the message for the week ahead from the holly plant spirit. Peace be with you. We hold a structure that grants the ability to see the unseen. We allow the light to shine through us and move within our bodies to survive and thrive. We are able to work with the energy of the cosmos and this planet to channel goodwill and heart-centered magic for all to experience. We enjoy the feast and the merriment, the birds that make their nests in our branches. We enjoy the company of the spirits of the forest and revel in making fun and merriment even in winter's darkness. Our lives are spent emitting a certain frequency of higher awareness of how to exchange energy frequencies throughout the forest on the earth in such a way that others benefit from our knowledge of glory. We have an energy of sunny praise and adornment that allows people to cherish the moment and each other. We offer grace and a sense of enjoyment. Learn to bend the energies and frequencies around you to create merriment when even there is fear, anger, or darkness in your midst. Learn to use, as we do, the energy of the sun and the earth to uplift those around you and yourself. Allow the frequencies of Mother Earth to feed your soul and use these gifts of abundance and fertility to uplift your soul and create an aura of oneness with this earth. Use the energies available to you, even through the snow and rain, to enliven the space with this fertile joy and mystery. You can create a party even when the mood is dire. You can create joy in your heart, which will spread to others as you remember the truth that we're all creatures of a joyous higher power. We're all children of the eternal and the infinite. You are the expression of divine joy. Thank you, Holly Plant Spirit, for that uplifting message. You know, there's so much power in your consciousness, and there's so much power in the influence of your focus and your intention upon yourself and those around you. When you generate that vibration of joy, you create a little psychic party in your heart, you create a little psychic party in your mind, you emit a frequency of merriment, of joy, of goodwill, of love, of whatever it is that you want to emit. And this influences others. Most people are walking around this planet and they're not focused in their intention. They're not very aware. Many people are just not aware of their thoughts, of their intentions. They're not conscious. More and more people are waking up. So I don't want to give an inaccurate assessment of earthlings, but you have the power to be one of those humans who is conscious, who is aware, maybe not 100% of the time, maybe not 24/7, but throughout the day, being aware of the vibration that you are emitting. And we all need to take time to process difficult feelings. Of course, I'm not suggesting that we oppress or suppress or deny in an unhealthy way, just normal feelings of anger or sadness or what have you, or we all have those, and it's important to be present with those too. But what we spend most of our time focusing on has a huge effect on our own psyche and the psyches of our fellow human beings and the whole planet. and the whole planet. So as you are taking care of your emotions and being sure to express and validate whatever emotions are coming up, but then taking time also to cultivate attitudes of joy and merriment and goodwill and love and prosperity, peace, then you affect the whole planet with that vibration. And you affect your inner circles as well, especially those who are not as focused. You can really affect them and influence them in a positive way by your strong focus. It's this occult understanding. If you have a very strong will and you are directing the flow of your consciousness in a very intentional way, you have a much more powerful vibration and will probably affect someone who is not as focused or as powerful in their will. And you can do that. You can use what you're focused on in a really positive way to influence others, and that helps others to tap into their power as well and to be uplifted, and for us all to uplift each other. And I really love how Holly talked about using the earth energy and the sky energy. That's some ancient magic there. Use the magic of your higher self, of the sky, of the earth, of the mother, of the divine mother, divine father. That's divine magic, and channel that in an intentional way. And it can help. We can all help each other. We can all use this power to create. We have a lovely caller on the line. I'd like to switch gears and say hello to my caller, Annette from New Jersey. Hello, Annette. Can you hear me?
Hi, Anne. Yes, I can. How are you?
Hi, this is Anne speaking. Yes, thank you so much for calling in. I'm doing fabulous. How can I help you tonight, Annette?
Well, just guidance, message, whatever comes up.
Great. Okay. Well, why don't I tune into your vibration? It'll just be a moment of silence. If you just set your intention to open your energy so that I can read you, that would help. And then I'll tell you what I'm picking up on and then pull a few cards. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. It's just a moment of silence as I tune in. So, Annette, when I tune into your energy, I get that you have this beautiful, charming energy, and I get that you are actually a very forgiving person. That's coming up for some reason. And I'm getting the feeling like you're feeling a little like boxed in or stuck or something. Like you might benefit from getting out more, getting the energy moving more. And I don't know if that's relocating or just getting outside more or going to more social things. But does that make sense?
Yes, that absolutely makes sense. A lot of sense.
So let me pull some cards. So what's going on with, are you wanting to just sort of get out more, or are you wanting to relocate?
I think it's a little bit of both. I am actually a little quarantined, shall we say, due to medical issues. So that might be the reason why that's coming up.
I see. Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound like very fun.
No.
Let me pull some cards. Ooh, okay. We've got a lot of positive energy and opportunities coming through these cards. So let me just tell you what I'm getting from these cards.
Okay.
I feel like you've been used to being kind of quarantined or feeling like you don't have, like you're having to stay in one place even when you don't want to. I mean, that's all of us the past 3 years, right? But I feel like, in a way,
yeah.
used to it, and a part of you is not frustrated. You're just sort of like, this is kind of how it is. I'll deal with it for now, which I think is a strength. And I feel like, so for the challenge card, you've got 10 of Pentacles, which is a really positive card.
Okay, good.
You're wanting to take a break and try something new, I feel like, Annette. And it's kind of like part of you likes where you are, part of you is comfortable with the status quo, but part of you just wants to break out. You just want to, like, you know, try something totally new, make new friends, see new places, travel, maybe even, you know, relocate. I feel like you working right now with understanding what you really want. That's another thing I'm sensing about your energy, Annette, is there's a little bit of diffuseness with your energy. And, you know, we're talking about chaos today, and the energy of this week is sort of chaotic. And, you know, that's part of the process of life and the creative process, is we need to experience chaos in order to switch up our energy and experience, you know, new ideas in order for us to come up with clarity of what might better serve us. So right now, I feel like one of the things that might really help you, Annette, is to focus, is to, you know, embrace the chaos, but with the intention of clarifying what it is that I want. And as you know, balance these different parts of yourself and these different needs, and maybe come up with some ideas about how you might move forward and take some baby steps towards change. Like some, you know, we were talking this week about the collective energy favors boiling it down to some sort of grounded steps along with embracing the chaos. So, you know, exploring different ideas, let yourself, you know, visualize and daydream and fantasize about what my options are, but then also what are some, you know, finite steps I could take to create positive change in my life and move towards breaking out of this, this little bit of a rut. And, you know, it might be part of that's out of your control, but part of it is in your control. You've got the Queen of Wands as your guidance card. Is this making sense so far?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I do feel like I'm in a rut. Some of the things are not out of my control, unfortunately. Other things obviously couldn't be, but just not having my life turned upside down in the last year or so, and then not really knowing what direction to take at this point. You know, when you have a life that you've already, your intentions and your things are there and they're set, and then you get that monkey wrench thrown into the past, and that's what's happened to me. So, yes, it makes a lot of sense.
Well, and I feel like part of what's happening in your life is you've had the opportunity through all these challenges to let go of some things you needed to let go of. And you're clearing the way psychically and spiritually to experience more joy by looking at some new ways of moving forward. You have the Queen of Wands as your guidance card. And to me, the Queen of Wands, Annette, is talking about, you know, not taking things so seriously. She has this very joyful, creative, sensual, free energy. She's adventurous. She does not, she is not a stick in the mud. You know, she likes to just play and have fun. She's got the cat energy. You know, cats, they're not too serious. They're, you know, they've got kind of that mischievous energy, shall we say. So you might need a little bit more mischief in your life, Annette, to maybe get the energy flowing. And I feel like as you're able to, you know, let go of other people's problems, focus on your own life, cultivate some self-esteem, and just cultivate more of a attitude of spontaneity, of joy, you know, not working so hard and giving yourself permission to play, or not feeling guilty about, you know, not working as hard as you think you should work. But the final result card is the Page of Pentacles. This is prosperity. This is ideas. It's learning. It's messages. I feel like the Page of Pentacles is saying to you, Annette, don't give up. You're going to create a whole new life for yourself. You're going to get your feet on the ground and find new ways of creating the joy and the abundance you want. And I feel like it's going to be one step at a time. I feel like you might want to connect with some other people to just brainstorm different ways you could make positive changes. But so good things ahead for you in the future. And I love that you're charming, beautiful, heart-centered spirit, Annette. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for calling in.
It was. Thank you so much. It was on the money. Have a great day.
It was my pleasure. Blessings, Annette. Take care.
You. Likewise. Bye-bye now.
And I want to thank Annette. I want to thank all of my viewers and listeners for tuning in today, for going on this mystical adventure with me. And don't forget to check out my website, creativepsychestudio.com, to find out more about the groups I'm doing, Multidimensional Manifesting Dream Circle, and sessions with me if you'd like to book a session. Have a beautiful, blessed week, and I will see you next show. Namaste.